Now, ladies and gentlemen, the contest in the ring is officially for the Rumble European Championship and belt that goes with that title. It's to be wrestled over a time limit of 8 3-minute rounds. 8 3-minute rounds, once again, with 2 falls, 2 submissions, or the 1 knockout to decide the title and the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting and introducing one of the leading contenders and this afternoon the official challenger from Margate, Jordon Breaks! And coming from the red corner, you saw him win the championship here at the very last show. This afternoon, the defending champion from Essex, Wrestling's very own Mean Machine Mark Trew! So it's 8 3-minute rounds, once again 2 falls, 2 submissions, or the 1 knockout to decide the championship. Jordon Breaks, the challenger from the blue corner, Mark Trew, the defending champion from the red corner. Just a point of history, the last 3 times that the European belt has been defended here in Kemsley, the champion has lost. Commence wrestling!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Aaron Nix. Welcome back to Rumble Wrestling TV. It is time for a British rounds match for the Rumble Wrestling European Championship, and of course that means that the champion, the Mean Machine, the unbreakable one himself, Mark Trew, is in the house, and he'll be facing one of the best technical wrestlers in the world today, Jordon Breaks, who just got done with Zack Sabre Jr. 2 at Premier Promotions, and now talk about a big marquee matchup in its own right. Mark Trew, one of the best professional wrestlers in Europe, and you might see Mark Trew has been debuting and rock and rolling in all the big promotions, but there's nothing bigger than a big title match against Jordon Breaks with Lord Mount Evans rules applied for a classic British rounds match. 8 rounds if needed, 3 minutes each, and then potentially sudden death if you can't break them. And speaking of breaking, Jordon Breaks quite literally looking to break the wrist and the arm of Mark Trew, and you can hear the screams coming from the European champion. Jordon Breaks really making it, and Mark Trew escaping with a stamp on the foot. Referee Dave Macro, good luck trying to separate these two. Beautiful flip with the counter, escapes with a short drop kick to the chest. Now Mark Trew is going to look for higher ground, look to take an extremely excessive time out here. Mark Trew knows what he's doing though. You don't get to be European champion without having a few tricks up your sleeves and by being one of the best professional wrestlers in the world today. But there is none better when it comes to technical wrestling than Jordon Breaks, and what a challenge this is. Dare I say, the one thing that Mark Trew potentially could be at a disadvantage here is technical wrestling, because Jordon Breaks is a freak of nature. Like I said, 8 rounds of 3 minutes each, if needed. First individual to get 2 pinfalls, 2 submissions, or the 1 knockout will be the Rumble Wrestling European Champion. Now Jordon Breaks looking to test out the strength of Mark Trew. Has really locked himself up nice and firmly there. Knuckle locks are applied, and I think Jordon Breaks will know a few things about being a knuckle locker, and Now, that test is right. Mark Trew biting Jordon Breaks, looking for any advantage he can get. He's not above that. The corner girls, of course, infamous here at Rumble Wrestling. Heidi and Rebecca have been assigned to their competitors. Heidi, of course, in the corner of Jordon Breaks. Rebecca in the corner of Mark Trew. And speaking of Mark Trew and Jordon Breaks, now lovely escape from Jordon Breaks. Technical into the hammerlock. Turns Mark Trew inside out. But a double underhook face locker now. Lovely, lovely roll up applied. And this is Jordon Breaks in his element. He can twist you up like a pretzel. And that's the end of round one. Well, round one is done and dusted. 7 rounds left if needed, like I said. And Mark Trew just snatching a bucket from young Rebecca, who has some experience, by the way. These two corner girls, of course, and that's what it's all about. Right there, the Rumble Wrestling Promotions European Championship.
Round 2.
Round 2 is now off and running, and Mark Trew disrespecting his own corner girl in Rebecca. No need for it. And she does look lovely in a hat, but that's neither here nor there. Mark Trew seems extremely happy with himself. Jordon Breaks, very comfortable. And if ever there was an individual who was tailor-made for British rounds and technical classics, it's Jordon Breaks. And lovely headlock applied, and already Jordon Breaks again really dominating Mark Trew in the early stages of this matchup. Shoulder block applied, 1 count. Mark Trew, an incredible athlete though in his own right. And of course TWA, his tag team partner Kira Lacey, who isn't here this evening to stick his nose in where it doesn't belong, might I add, just like he did to help Mark Trew win the European Championship from Joe Lando last time out in Kemsley. You can check that match out along with a plethora of other amazing matchups on the Rumble Wrestling YouTube channel. Jordon Breaks once again locks up, collar and elbow into the headlock so easily. Beautiful headlock takeover from Jordon Breaks. No wasted motion. One of the most fluid wrestlers walking the earth today. And you can hear Mark Trew screaming away. I don't think I've heard Mark Trew in this much pain for some time. And that shows you the effectiveness and the abilities that Jordon Breaks has as a technical wrestler. Absolutely beautiful. And now looking for a cravat while standing on the other leg. Look at that, very smart. Dropping the left leg across the right leg of Mark Trew so he can't escape the cravat that he's now currently applied on. Mark Trew looking to bend the rules a little bit there, having at those magnificent sideburns of Jordon Breaks, who, I see what Jordon Breaks showing a lot of aggression here, and now looking to apply an Indian deathlock, the variation of the figure 4 to Mark Trew. Just shoves him back and gets even more pressure applied. And think about, I mean, look at his knees, talking about pretzel time. Legs are not meant to bend in that direction. Look at that force and the pressure being applied to the right knee of Mark Trew. Jordon Breaks, very smart. And look at that, Jordon Breaks with the leg lock still applied. Brings Mark Trew up, and with the leg lock, the Indian deathlock variation applied, now has a double underhook submission, and Mark Trew is able to escape and drive him into the corner. Speaking of escaping, he's now looking to get a break from Jordon Breaks, who has quite literally, let's be honest, dominated this matchup since the start. And I'll tell you what, if it was down to points, Jordon Breaks would be storming ahead. But it's not points that matter here in professional wrestling. It's pinfalls and submissions. Mark Trew returns to the ring and almost like a cerebral nature understood that the round was up. That says it all. I think Mark Trew, dare I say, a little bit flustered. Jordon Breaks is giving him every bit he can handle. Heidi in the corner of Jordon Breaks, Rebecca in the corner of Mark Trew. Mark Trew doesn't seem very interested in getting any advice.
Seconds away, round 3.
A lovely beanie applied there to Rebecca, our corner girl. And of course, you know, corner girls, corner boys, corner men, however you want to describe it. Invaluable to the experience of professional wrestling since the beginning of time. And Mark Trew is getting worn out. This crowd are all over Mark Trew in the Kemsley Community Centre. Just like Jordon Breaks is all over him. And technically saying, look at that. Beautiful wrist lock applied. And now just manipulating the shoulder, the elbow, and just smashes Mark Trew into the floor. And think about how badly that could hyperextend the elbow, the shoulder, the arm. And look at that. The arm is not meant to bend like that. Now, I've not seen Jordon Breaks with this level of aggression, obviously within the rule set of professional wrestling, but he really is going after Mark Trew. He recognises, especially with Kieran Lacey not being here, that Mark Trew could be potentially ripe for the picking. Oh, Mark Trew, no slouch of his own, able to counter, snapmare, take over, and a stiff kick to the back. That's what Mark Trew does. One of the best pure strikers in professional wrestling. And as we crash into the new year of 2024, Mark Trew is trying to crash his way through Jordon Breaks and become the first man to retain the European Championship here in Kemsley. Break that streak, as Stephen Barker mentioned. Oh my God, and break really is the operative word for the day. Look at what Jordon Breaks is doing to Mark Trew. He's manipulating him. He's dead. Oh, there. Mark Trew, very smart, using those educated feet to try and escape, and a vicious roundhouse kick. Finally gets some separation. Now the strikes. This is what Mark Trew brings to the game. Dare I say, Jordon Breaks, not necessarily the purest of strikers in professional wrestling, although I certainly wouldn't want to receive a European uppercut from the man. Beautiful counter, and that's what he does, straight through the legs. Takes him up and over, lovely counter, and now it's a little, oh, beautiful victory roll by Jordon Breaks, and he's got a fall for his troubles. You can see the look on his face as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's round 3. That's the first fall to the challenger, Jordon Breaks.
3 rounds in, and Jordon Breaks is 1 fall up on the European champion. And by the way, a fall, a pinfall or submission signals the end of the round. You might have seen the corner girl, Rebecca, there shouting at Mark Trew. I think trying to motivate him somewhat. Oh, beautiful escape from Jordon Breaks, counters and a huge feel across the ring, and Jordon Breaks has got that bit in between his teeth because he knows if he can pin or submit Mark Trew now, flying crossbody, he will be the new European champion. Just that 2 count. Jordon Breaks and Mark Trew, 2 perennial classics of British professional wrestling. One raw, high-flying striker, gritty street fighter with an athletic credibility to boot, and the other, probably the finest technical wrestler this country has produced in the modern era. Leg scissors applied with that vicious lockup, and as we sadly say goodbye to a legend like Jim Breaks, we welcome a newer legend to the game in Jordon Breaks, but Mark Trew able to escape with that violent whiplash effect, snapping the neck off the ropes, and now Mark Trew can do what he does best, that dirty street fight style. And Dave Macro trying to separate Mark Trew, who is standing on the back of Jordon Breaks' neck. Now, yeah, Mark Trew really starting to feel himself now, and he knows that he cannot afford to give Jordon Breaks any quarter now, because if he does, he might potentially leave here completely without his European Championship that he earned in somewhat controversial fashion back here in Kemsley against Joe Lando. Irish whip to the corner. Oh yeah, he's feeling it now. He's really feeling himself now, and whether you like Mark Trew or not, it's kind of irrelevant when it comes to the accolades and the excellence of this young man, a champion for multiple promotions, one of the most well put together and most dangerously talented wrestlers in the world today is Mark Trew. Eventually, the entire world is going to recognize just how great he is. By hook or by crook, people attempt just a 1 count. Jordon Breaks not allowing. I mean, you heard the incredulous sounds from Mark Trew. 1, yes, 1. Knee to the back, however. And Jordon Breaks, forearm strike, not a great deal of spice on that. That's exactly why Mark Trew was able to drop him right back down with a forearm of his own. Now stiff, automated roundhouse kick, and now just burying the knee into the back of Jordon Breaks' neck. And referee Dave Macro giving a public warning to Mark Trew.
The referee gives first warning to the champion, Mark Trew. First warning.
It's worth pointing out that 3 strikes and you're out when it comes to public warnings, a third public warning, and that would signal the end of the matchup. Mark Trew would be disqualified and would lose his European Championship. Dare I say, Dave Macro couldn't wait to get that yellow card out, already had his hand in his pocket, awaiting. It's almost like he knew that Mark Trew was not going to alleviate or break the hold. Beautiful cradle pin, but it's right at the end of the round, and I think Mark Trew would have escaped. And that's the end of another round, and Mark Trew, once again, needs to be very careful. Could have get himself a second public warning for that behaviour. Referee Dave Macro's discretion. I don't think Jordon Breaks is overly impressed with Dave Macro either at this stage, and Jordon Breaks with a nod of approval to our camera crew. And oh wow, shotgun drop kick right out of the corner. Beautiful, gorgeous technique. That flying drop kick. We're talking about a vertical leap. An athlete in every sense. He's Mark Trew, who just lariats Jordon Breaks' head off. What a collision in the middle of the ring. If you met Mark Trew in the streets, you might be, well, dare I say, slightly confused at his slightly smaller stature. But I'll tell you what, you will want to meet him in the streets because he'll kick your head clean off your neck. A nasty, nasty individual is Mark Trew, but an effective one. And he is now starting to really apply the pressure to Jordon Breaks. As we move into round 5, it is still Jordon Breaks with the 1-fall leading this contest, and Mark Trew really does need. There's Heidi cheering on Jordon Breaks. The corner guard, of course, is Jordan. Meanwhile, Jordon Breaks, no such luck, no such reprieve from the onslaught. The battery that is Mark Trew raining down blows. And referee Dave Macro begins to count. Mark Trew's not interested in that. He's interested in developing more punishment. A lovely suplex applied to Jordon Breaks. Knuckle locks to Kemsley. Jordon Breaks truly is every bit the master of the technical excellence that is professional wrestling. A truly all-time great. And when it's all said and done, will no doubt go down in the history books of British professional wrestling alongside the likes of Steve Gray, alongside the likes of Jim Breaks. And now, oh my God, a vicious collision there. Both men collided with headbutts, but Mark Trew is very, very equipped. That torpedo Moscow in the corner, and now a brain buster applied. All the blood rushing to Jordon Breaks' head, pinfall, and that has leveled this match up. Kemsley doesn't have to like it, but Mark Trew has equalised in this matchup.
That's the second fall of the title contest. It's an equaliser to the defending champion, Mark Trew.
And as that signals the end of the round, Mark Trew can feel somewhat relief, but also confidence, because he now is in control as he's equalised in this matchup. You can see how it's affected Jordon Breaks. Mark Trew utilising that headbutt, which, dare I say, is far better condition for a professional wrestler than most.
Round 6.
He's got a real Samoan-like tendency when it comes to headbutts, as Mark Trew. He goes flying out of corner, and I think he was looking to use that head again. Jordon Breaks saw it coming, counters, forearm strikes, European uppercut on the chin, cuts Mark Trew off into the midsection, and now beautiful snap wrist lock applied, drives Mark Trew into the canvas. You can knot up that arm, you can do a lot of damage. Once again, an arm that, let's be fair, he's been working on for the best part of 20 minutes now. Referee Dave Macro right there. So look, double underhook applied and a double underhook suplex beautifully popped off by Jordon Breaks. 2 count only, and you saw Mark Trew actually bridging out of that to ensure there was absolutely no mistake. We've already seen a mistake tonight when it comes to pinfalls. He certainly doesn't want to be on the receiving end of that, particularly when the European Championship is on the line. Beautiful counter, and now the abdominal stretch applied by Jordon Breaks. Jordon Breaks very smart there, abdominal stretching it on. Mark Trew able to counter with a hip toss, but once again, Jordon able to get his feet up and block. Catches Mark Trew out of midair. Gorgeous Finley driver at fireman's carry overhead and a pinfall attempt. And wow, Mark Trew was literally 0.2 of a second away from losing his European Championship at the hands of Jordon Breaks, who goes back to that tried and tested method. And Rebecca roaring at Mark Trew to get the job done. Victory roll, look out, that's what got Jordon Breaks to counter, but Trew's able to counter, and Trew's got the bottom rope, and Mark Trew has stolen one right under Jordon Breaks' nose. Now, Jordon Breaks can't believe what just happened, and Mark Trew, out of absolutely nowhere, utilised the bottom ropes for leverage.
Decision, the winner of the contest, and still European champion, the Mean Machine Mark Trew.
Well, you may like it, you may lump it, but it doesn't really matter. Mark Trew has retained his European Championship. He has absolutely stolen one from Jordon Breaks. A valiant effort, but it's Mark Trew who leaves Kemsley as the Rumble Wrestling European Champion.